feel great. I feel full. Like in my heart. And it's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling. And I realize that when I feel this way, I'm calm, I'm centered, and I'm at peace. I'm not all like jittery and anxious and feeling like I need to be everywhere to control everything that happens to me. And it's just it's a great feeling, and I wish this for everybody. Nowadays, a lot of things are going on, and we tend to be lacking peace, even in our minds and hearts and at home. And I used to be afraid of being left to my own inner thoughts. I didn't like the silence or having nothing to do because I didn't like the inner me. No, I just got an epiphany. And as you can see, the reason why I haven't been reading or making videos is I'm sad about it, but I'm gonna fix it one way or another. My chipped tooth, front tooth, cracked even more, and that's what I get for always making fun out of people with their users that even past users that have like a chipped teeth or tooth, right? Like sige todo mafni foil, but it's a joke, right? And this was from a Squeeze It bottle. That's the funny part, or the messed up part. I had to open my son's Squeeze It bottle, and you know, it's a Squeeze It. I bit to like open it, and but I always use my teeth to freaking crack crabs and stuff like that, like. And you really do need every part, every tooth counts. Like, it's different now when I eat. And I don't know if it's gonna take away the focus on the real message of the day. But I'm sorry for being so self-conscious and not strong enough, not loving myself enough to be able to just like not care, not give a damn. But April 20, in God's care. April 20. It is not up to you to change your brother, but merely to accept him as he is. A Course in Miracles. We all feel qualified to correct another. We may not do this aloud, but we oftentimes do a great job of it under our breath or in our mind. We are fortunate if we live that correcting others is not our job. We are fortunate if we learn that correcting others is not our job. It is seldom helpful to know. It's seldom helpful to them or to us. Correction is best left to God, who knows all circumstances. If we truly need to avoid a certain person, God will direct us. If not, then it's spiritually good for us to accept that person's defects, perceived or real, in all their glory. If we insist on seeing error or guilt, we'll be in the wrong frame of mind to accept what a blessing he or she is to us. Every offensive thing someone does is a call for help. If we answer it with help instead of condemnation or correction, both of us are blessed. I would rather be blessed than be right. Oh my God, that is a powerful thing. I love that saying. I would rather be blessed than to be right. For reals. For reals. It's like, man, never fails. God speaks to me in a lot of ways, and I was going through a whole episode of darkness of the soul and depression, and it was 20 days. I didn't realize that until my counselor told me. It felt forever. Like, to be not happy really is life draining. Like, it's, you put living on hold because you're depressed. But this really does resonate with me, because the past few days, right, my choices of company wasn't, I don't know what people would say, but it kept running through my head, like in the back of my head, like, people are gonna say I'm like this, it's enough, like chip my teeth, and like nobody's gonna believe me if I say this and that. Like, I was just worried about what people had to say about me and my recovery. But then again, it's like, that's my journey, and they're not doing anything to help me but stand there and judge me. It's kind of hard when you can hear their judgment, even if it's under their breath or in their mind, for reals. And there are some of you that have that ability. Don't think you're going crazy. But then again, some people take it to another level. You have to be in like a state of discernment to know whether it's really a gift from God, or it's just your monkey mind, like running wild. So and somebody's comments that people are gonna say that you're now the drug lord because that person's stopping by. I'm like, I have a business license. I have a business. I may not have like one that's up, and it may not be making money, but my home, I shouldn't say my home is open to anybody, but I am open to anybody who's seeking help. And if I can help them, then I will. I'm not going to turn somebody away because of their choices in life. The only reason why I would turn you away if you being around me is going to cause me and my kids some kind of harm. Other than that, who am I to judge? I'm no saint. But every sinner has a future. Every saint has a past. And if you stand there and you judge because your life is better than how it was like 5 years ago, you still have a lot of growth to do. And we're all growing. And that's not me judging you. That's me saying, because sometimes we feel we're at a better place, that we're better than others. That mindset is no help to society, and it would only get you so far. That mindset is gonna kill you, because then jealousy will creep back in, and oh no, Myrna, let's not go that path. Okay, so this really that reading, right? I think I'm gonna only do a video for this reading, because the rest of the books I'll read alone, because this reading, I guess, is really on point of what I was going through, like a depression, and then finally I felt better. I got out of that funk, and I felt like so great, like empowered. I started seeing things clearer, and I started seeing what I needed to focus on, what needed my attention. I started prioritizing my obligations and refocusing my mindset, and I feel amazing. But then a sister of mine reached out, and I have the ability to help her with what she asked for, but knowing there's a fine line between love and hate, and a fine line between dark and light. That gray area, very dangerous area, right? And I refuse to use my gift that way. And I reached out to God and said, the person that knows, the creator that knows all, he knows how everything is going to play out and everything. And last time that I couldn't help this individual, it took a toll on me, because I took it really hard, because I love her and she's amazing, and I believe all I've seen all the good that she can do. Yet she's in a state in her life that she needs more support. Like, no, this girl can, like, she has it in other people's eyes, she has it made, but the kind of support she needs is the kind of support that money can't buy. The kind of support that the real support that money can't buy, because money buys fake friends. And this kind of support is, it's kind of hard to give to her from afar, and with her state of mind and the things she goes through, and with the law constantly doing this to her, it's not going to help her in any way. And as I was like stewing in that, right, oh God, I feel like I need a cigarette just even thinking about it. But I'm trying to stop cigarettes too. Okay, just thinking about it made me see the bigger picture of where society, the government has gone wrong, where they create more criminals, more convicts, more chaos. They're creating more chaos by constantly repeated offenders. If you spank a kid, like, because they did something wrong, and you spank them and you give them time out, and then they're done with their timeout and they go and play and they do it again, and you keep giving them time out, don't you ever pause and think, like, what am I doing wrong? Or wait, because my parenting is like, how can I do this another way where they're gonna hear me, you know, or they're gonna learn? And that's the thing, it's, if we constantly keep thinking that punishment is the best way a person learns, no, God doesn't do that to us. Our Creator doesn't punish us. He doesn't love us any less. He doesn't stop giving us a breath to, you know, He doesn't take our life away because it kills us and like, okay, you're done because you didn't learn the first time. Instead, He tries to send people into our lives or signs, and it's up to us now to see it and to act on it. And so, like, when they say you can't play judge and jury, you can only play to, if you see that's not working, then maybe you should find another way of getting help for that person. And we shouldn't be so easy to, like, or fast to discredit somebody based on hearsay, or based on short periods with them. And if they act a certain way during, like, okay, let's say a principal calls in a child who already knows that they did something kind of whatever, and then they come in and they sit down and they start, like, you know, giving attitude and acting a certain way. Wouldn't you think that that child is acting that way because they're like, they know that they're going to be in trouble, and they're acting that way to, like, defend themselves, and, like, that's their coping mechanism. But what if, like, we approach things differently? What if the world just had a different approach to people who made poor choices? Because I know what helped me so much with understanding my addiction was a constant guidance and encouragement. I didn't feel judged. I felt supported. That's what I felt in rehab. And it helped me. It really helped me. And some people say rehab doesn't help, but that's because you're not open to it. We can't keep creating future. We take a mother who has an addiction, and we keep putting her back into the system, and there's some kids that end up don't have family to go to, and they end up in the system, and they're angry and they're hurt and they don't understand what's going on, and they're put into a congested place without the right guidance, and then home to home. That 100% that person, oh wait, I'm sorry, not 100, 99.9%, that child will grow up to be an addict, or to be, if he or she is smart enough, then they're gonna be a criminal mastermind. And that's just the thing. It's like, even if you keep arresting or repeated offenders, you put them back into jail, right? You take away everything that kind of like took their mind off their bad choices in their life and that pain in their heart. They sit there, some of them sit there and they start stewing, and it starts brewing, and they start, thinking about how to do things better where they don't get caught. They're gonna do their shit again. They're gonna commit it again. But this time, how will they not get caught? Or this time, how can, and then there's some that have like, this time I'm gonna do it and just go all the way. And then we have people who start shooting, people who start, we are creating a bigger problem. While they're in jail, offer counseling out. Don't take everything away from them. Offer counseling, offer classes that help them understand themselves, offer meditation, offer things that is proven to help somebody with stress, that is proven to help somebody with offer God. But you can't offer that, because then it's against the law to impose your belief of whatever force in the workplace. Fuck that. Oh my God. Maybe I should start a prison system or a halfway house that doesn't have those what do you call that? Those rules of that will impede me on truly being able to help somebody. I think the whole government and society should rethink, take a different approach with how we punish people who don't understand themselves and who go through stuff, because we're just creating more bitter people. And the longer that process goes on, you officially, like, that person just, we don't want to lose humanity. And that's how we're losing humanity, is by punishing people who don't understand, or who cannot say help me. I'm lucky that I'm blessed. I'm sorry, lucky is not even the word. I am blessed that while I was going through that phase, I knew God. I had loved ones that supported me unconditionally, and I had a reason. I had 3 beautiful reasons of why I needed to better myself. And I'm still fighting. There's still some things I don't understand that's going on with me and going on. And it's easier now to be aware of it and to have a different approach and a different mindset. And it's easier to find the solution because of what I learned. And because of where I was. It was rehab. I wasn't in jail. And I really think, and if I can walk into jail every day and start like preaching the Bible and like teaching people how to meditate and giving them like tools to help them with their resentment and softening their heart and forgiveness, and if I can do that, without having to be pat down and saying, oh, you're breaking the rules, or no, I'm sorry that we can't do this and that because it's against our rules and regulations, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be having issues with overpopulated system and the taxpayers throwing their money all to people that, and it's going to be a constant cycle because we're not looking for real change, right? I mean, if we're not looking for real change, we're going to stick that way. We're going to keep having judges that have that mindset where, oh, maybe if I make your terms, harder and heavier, longer, you're going to learn. You killed the light and the love and the purpose and the hope in that person. You created a cycle that's gonna come out and shoot fucking people, or a bitch that's gonna come out and start like poisoning, or all of that. It's enough. It's chaos. You're planting seeds of poison. A poisonous tree, or a seed that's like, has, I don't know, my heart is just, it's hurting now because I'm talking about this topic, and there's nothing, I feel like I can't do anything about it. But I think that me voicing this, and sharing this idea, I'm pretty sure other people had somewhat with similar ideas. I'm hoping that it's taken into consideration and it's heard, and it's, do something about the system. That's one way of helping humanity. Start finding ways to, you have the time, they have the time in there, help them in there, so that when they come out, they really are rehabilitated. Stop just throwing them into the hole or whatever, isolation. We all know, for those that have not even been to prison, when we were under COVID and isolation happened, we all went crazy. The crime rate skyrocketed. What do you think when they come back out into society? What do you think you created? Come on. You must be joking to yourself. Or that really is your intention. And you're lying to like the whole population that we're here for the good of humanity. When you guys are probably the ones just, maybe you guys are here just to ruin humanity. If you don't want to change your system, then I feel that that's your purpose, and you're just lying to like the community, or to like the rest of the world, that this is why we're here and this is what we're gonna do. But come on, you don't know that. That's not true. You're not helping anybody. How are you? Please. Whew. I'm gonna say that with that, releasing what judgment I have of that, and I'm gonna end this with being aware of how I said that, and being aware of my tone. I'm gonna apologize for those that work in the system that really do want to help people. Maybe then you guys can be the ones to bring it up. It's food for thought. We all want change, positive change. So let's start making that positive change by looking for different solutions, right? Healthier solutions. And I'm going to end this with saying, everything will be right in God's care. We all turn to God. And for those that don't believe in a higher power, check again where you came from or how you were made. Because science now is finding it really hard to discredit spirituality. So I say this with love, light, and positive vibes. Have a good Thursday, guys.